starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Nate Myhock. The new year brings new hope and also new challenges. In the battle against COVID-19, the U.S. is facing an unprecedented number of new cases. Meanwhile, hospitalization numbers slowly tick up. This has caused disruptions to schools and forced the FDA to unveil new plans that they are hoping will get more people boosted. Isabel Rosales reports.
New year, fresh uncertainty about the Omicron variant. There's growing concern from some experts that while it may be milder for adults, it could pose a greater risk to children.
It appears to be more of an upper airway disease than a lower airway disease. That's good for most Americans. The one group that may be a problem for is very young children, toddlers, who have trouble with upper airway infections.
On Monday, the FDA unveiling major changes. The agency expanding its emergency use authorization, allowing Pfizer boosters for everyone 12 and older. The wait time between Pfizer's second shot and a booster shortened to 5 months. And boosters now allowed for some immunocompromised kids ages 5 to 11.
Those three moves are all moves that I greatly welcome because the data just supports it.
School districts bracing for more disruptions. In Washington, D.C., classes push back to give students time to get a COVID test. At least 5 Atlanta metro area school districts going to remote learning for this week. In Los Angeles, kids and staff now required to wear high-grade masks. And in New York City, around 20 to 30% of teachers are estimated to be out sick with COVID, according to one union official. The new mayor denying the teachers' union requests for temporary remote learning.
The safest place for our children is in a school building.
In Washington, Isabel Rosales.
Long-haul COVID, chronic COVID, or more simply, long COVID, is a series of serious symptoms that show up after recovering from the virus, and some fear could be more dangerous than the infection itself. Developing 3 to 4 weeks after the initial COVID case, long COVID can sometimes take unexpected forms.
3-4 weeks later, they start developing symptoms. And that is sometimes very difficult for them to even understand why they are being affected by those symptoms after they had a pretty mild course in the initial couple weeks.
Although it spreads through the respiratory system, COVID is actually a vascular disease. It damages blood vessels and causes issues across the entire body.
We are seeing a whole lot of symptoms. It's not just the chest pain or the shortness of breath, but you see people who are having fatigue, people are having headaches, people are having shortness of breath or chest pains, abdominal pain, just brain fog or that inability to process information.
Getting boosted, wearing an N94 mask, and avoiding large groups of people, 10 or more, are the best ways to avoid getting COVID in the first place. And while COVID-19 deaths are down since last week, hospitalizations are way up. The Department of Health and Human Services reports upwards of 100,000 people are currently hospitalized. That's the first time in nearly 4 months that hospitalizations have been that high. The record high of more than 142,000 was set roughly a year ago. That was on January 14th, 2021. Right now, 3/4 of hospital beds across the country are occupied, but only 1 in 7 are for COVID-19 patients. As for ICU beds, nearly 78% are currently occupied. Roughly 1/4 of them are for COVID-19 patients. There are more than 18,500 patients in the ICU. All right, Jeff, switching gears a little bit. Looks like we're going to get some snowfall heading our way this week.
Yeah, the sun set earlier at 4:27. Just some clouds and a few flurries out there tonight. But tomorrow night, like Nate said, some snow is on the way, likely after midnight tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday morning. All right, so temperatures out there today. It's cold. You know it's cold, right? 12 here in Rhinelander, 14 for Antigo. So a cold day with highs in the teens. Tomorrow, though, we're going to go for mid-20s tomorrow before falling off again on Thursday into Friday. All right, some clouds out there now. There are a couple flurries across the area, but the main event is still way over here, just now coming on shore. That's going to bring us some snowfall tomorrow, a widespread 3 to 5 inch snowfall late tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. Generally, though, along and north of Highway 8, lesser amounts as you go further south. Advisories already going up here, winter weather advisories, winter storm watches. These will be expanded in some way tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on that. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies. A couple of flurries out there with lows down near 5. Your full forecast is coming up, Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. Seth Wakefield has pleaded not guilty for his alleged role in the Hannah Miller case. He is charged with first-degree intentional homicide as party to a crime. Wakefield will have a pre-trial conference on March 8th. Christopher Anderson, the main suspect in the case, will have a jury trial that is scheduled to begin on August 15th. President Biden met virtually with farmers and ranchers today to discuss his plan to create a more competitive and fair meat and poultry sector. The president warned against industries becoming dominated by a small number of large companies, raising prices and squeezing out small businesses. Biden announced a plan to invest $1 billion into independent meat and poultry producers, giving farmers and ranchers more options over giant processing conglomerates. The plan will also enforce stronger business rules against meat processors and increase transparency in pricing and labeling for consumers. The American Rescue Plan for COVID-19 relief passed last year will provide the funding allocated toward the meat industry.
Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism, it's exploitation. That's what we're seeing in meat and poultry and those industries now. Small independent farmers and ranchers are being driven out of business, sometimes businesses that have been around for generations.
The administration plans to provide $1 billion in American Rescue Plan funds to help expand independent processing capacity. They also plan to collaborate with Congress on legislation aimed at making cattle markets more transparent and encouraging price negotiations. 10 finalists have now been named in the search for the 24th member of the Packers Fan Hall of Fame, and one man from Wausau made the cut. David Gold was nominated by his wife. She said she first knew he was a Packers fan from the several green and gold tattoos he had. Dave passed his love of the Packers on to his son Cooper, and they started a tradition where they would wear the opposing team's underwear. Unfortunately, Dave was diagnosed with cancer in 2016 and ultimately lost his battle in September of 2020. She would also go on to say to be named to the Fan Hall of Fame would have been something Dave would have dreamed of. If you want to vote for David, you can go to the Packers website and go to the Fan Hall of Fame voting page. Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda next week. Ceremonies honoring the Nevada Democrat will begin on January 12th. Events will include a formal arrival and departure ceremony. However, because of the pandemic, only invited guests will be allowed to attend. Reid, who had pancreatic cancer, died Tuesday at his home in Nevada. He was 82 years old. We're supposed to see some snowfall tomorrow in our area, but the rest of the country is seeing some major snow right now. Coming up next, we'll tell you how the weather affected the country from schools to airlines. That's after Maine weather with Jeff right here on News Watch 12.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now, get an Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
Does this sound familiar? You make the minimum payment, but the balance is still the same. You make a payment a few days late. Here come the late fees, past due notice, and the collection calls. We understand dealing with debt problems is not easy. It is stressful and hard, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your family. You're not alone, but you must understand debt problems only get worse unless you take action. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, please take a minute and call the number on the screen. Learn about programs that have helped thousands of people get out of debt, reduce your monthly payments, cut interest, and even settle your debt for a lot less than you owe. Save thousands. Get your life back. Call the number on the screen now. It's a free call, free information, and most importantly, you will have options. Remember, waiting will not make the problem go away. Call us. Our lines are now open.
Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. The Tax Shaver is completely waterproof.
Act now to get your Tax Shaver for just $29.99 with free shipping and is backed by our 10-year warranty. Order yours today.
Just a perfect weekend for anything outdoors. Rest up tonight and tomorrow before we all get to do some shoveling again late tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. It's cold out there though. We're hanging out in the teens currently. We'll have some single-digit lows tonight, followed by a bit of warmer air tomorrow. Warmer being relative with highs in the mid-20s tomorrow. Here's the trend: 26 tomorrow, 22 for Wednesday, followed by a reinforcing shot of colder air getting in here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You see the trend, right? Well below average temperatures through at least the middle portions of next week. And this is the long-range temperature trend updated today. And you can see here it takes us in the mid parts of January. Warmer or warm-ish to the west, but Great Lakes in the east and the south looking below average in temperatures. So we'll see if this trend continues. All right, we got some snowfall on the way. This is for tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. Looks like a 3 to 5 inch snowfall along and north of Highway 8, lesser amounts farther south, with a sharp cutoff probably close to Highway 10 in Portage County. But look as you go north, Gogebic Range on Tanagan, easily could see 5 to 10 inches of snow there, with some lake-enhanced snow getting in here on Wednesday. All right, so here we go. I pulled the records up. Snowfall to date through today in Rhinelander, already 42.7 inches this snow season. Last year by this time, 21.3. 2 years ago by this date, 43.6. So we're on track to do that, right? That was the year we had about 116 inches of snow. But on the ground now, you're like, what happened here? We melted most of it in December. So only 6 inches currently in Rhinelander and across parts of the Wausau area. But we're going to add to this tomorrow. So the trails are going to love tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. Just some cloud cover out there now. There could be a couple of flurries across the area tonight. That will not be a big deal as the moisture in the atmosphere kind of increases. We're watching this thing over here, though, that low right there. It's just now coming on shore. So it's going to do something like this, go whoop right over our direction and take a low pressure right across central parts of Wisconsin. On that track, we're on the snowy side of it and likely getting some snow in here late tomorrow night, like really late tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. So I'm going to run this through tomorrow. Lots of clouds and a couple flurries tomorrow. But by, say, 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, here comes the low. It'll be snowing by the 10 o'clock news tomorrow evening. And then that will continue overnight into Wednesday. It's not really a quick mover. It's moving, but not so quickly. So it'll take most of Wednesday morning to get out of here. But then behind it, we're going to kick in a northeast wind switching out of the northwest. That's going to really kick up the lake effect snow bands for Wednesday. We haven't really done this so far this season, but Gogebic Range on Tanagan, we could be talking a foot or more of snowfall there. And a couple of these streamers will get into Vilas County, Oneida County, probably Forest County as well. Not a foot, but maybe an inch or two extra on top of the system snow getting in here tomorrow evening. All right, so advisories are already getting posted here. You can see a winter storm watch, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings. I'll go into this more detail at 10 o'clock tonight. They'll likely be expanded a bit tomorrow. Well, probably a winter weather advisory for parts of Oneida County for that 3 to 5 inch snowfall on the way. Our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. A couple flurries can't be ruled out. Not as cold, but still cold with low temperatures down near 5. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday, so tomorrow's going to be a nice day, right? Lots of clouds around, a bit breezy, a couple flurries, highs near 26, but increasing clouds late will give us that chance for snow well after sunset and probably closer to midnight tomorrow night. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow's a nice day. Snow arrives later tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday, ending as some lake effect snow on Wednesday with some blowing and drifting snow as temperatures fall Thursday into Friday. Look at Friday, partly cloudy with a high temperature of 7. Nate?
Thank you, Jeff. A winter storm that moved across the plains and the Midwest is now hitting the east and southeast today. Schools have been closed, thousands of homes are without power, and the weather also added more pressure to airlines, some that have also been stressed by COVID issues. NBC's Dan Scheneman reports.
Snow is socking it to the east and southeast.
It's a little late. Wasn't here for Christmas.
Weather snarled traffic at many of the nation's airports. One air traveler, President Biden, was greeted by heavy snow when Air Force One arrived at Joint Base Andrews. At the White House, the lawn covered in a thick blanket of white. Up to 10 inches forecast for the Washington, D.C. area. Multiple school systems called off classes.
Stay home, stay off the roads, allow our crews to work.
And it's a lot of work. Throughout the mid-Atlantic, keeping roads clear and windshields free of snow is a challenge.
I woke up, the car was covered in snow, so I had to clean that off.
The governor of New Jersey declared a snow emergency, while near Philadelphia, snowflakes were falling the day after some unseasonably warm temperatures.
Basically wearing shorts yesterday and then go to, here we go, snowing, right?
Snow fell in North Carolina, while snowfall in Alabama was an opportunity for one snowboarder to have a little fun.
It's snowing.
Not even the Florida Panhandle was spared the winter weather. 2022, off to a snow-covered start. Dan Scheneman, NBC News.
The holiday season is officially over. I'm sure everyone had a surplus of cookies, cakes, maybe a few cocktails. And while all of those goodies tasted great, you might feel a little heavy heading into the new year. Coming up next, we'll give you a couple of tips and tricks to help you unbloat yourself. We'll break it down after the break.
Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Cooper Henkel, the sports team, and Andrew Keycaper. Newswatch 12.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Grease and grime build up in no time. Stop struggling and call the police. The Grease Police, the magic degreaser that cleans almost anything. Grease Police works on nearly all stubborn messes, even ones baked on for years. The secret's the super concentrated formula that emulsifies grease, dirt, and grime on contact. Even restaurant equipment is no match for the power of Grease Police. And it's biodegradable, so you can clean your barbecue grill inside and out. But Grease Police cleans so much more. Everything from scummy tile and grout to brake dust on rims. Even dried-on spray paint comes right off. Call or click now to get a large bottle of concentrated Grease Police with money-back guarantee for just $14.99. Order now and you can double it and get a second bottle. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 large bottles of concentrated Grease Police with guarantee. Order now.
Call 1-800-569-4988 or visit getgreasepolice.com. So call 1-800-569-4988 now.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now. It won't cost you anything to find out if we can help you. We are the Mortgage Defense Line, and we can help you save your home. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-970-8640. That's 1-800-970-8640.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
If you gave into those cravings this holiday season, you're not alone. This time of year, many people eat things they don't otherwise indulge in. And if they've left you feeling not yourself, well, Mandy Gaither has 3 simple ways to beat the post-holiday bloat in today's Health Minute.
From candies and cookies to other confections, sometimes the holidays can leave you a little out of sorts.
The bloating is real and it's also uncomfortable.
But health and fitness expert Stephanie Mansour says there are 3 simple ways to beat that bloat. First, shift your focus to cooked veggies.
If you're someone that loves eating a salad, that's great, but that could actually be causing you to stay or become bloated because it's harder for your body to digest.
Tip 2, add hot lemon water into your everyday morning routine.
It's a great way to ease your digestive tract into the day and into the foods that you're going to be consuming.
And finally, get moving. That can help loosen things up.
Whether you're standing or sitting, these twists in yoga actually help to wring out the internal organs. So wringing out the small intestine, the large intestine, and helping to get the liver and the kidneys and all of those organs in your midsection going so that when you release the twist, fresh blood and fresh oxygen rush into those systems.
Since bloating isn't always diet related, a doctor or dietitian may also be able to help your gut get back to feeling healthy. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The big in-stock winter blowout sale is on at Slumberland Furniture. Get year-end savings on everything in stock. Over 20 different sofas in stock and ready to go. Over 50 accent chairs and recliners too. In-stock items can be in your home really fast, even just a few days in some areas. Plus, save an extra 30% off all clearance items in store. Huge store-wide savings. Everything is on sale and shipping is free. The big in-stock winter blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Made with our exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. We custom build your replacement windows in the USA and back them with the nation's best warranty. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
To the dentist. To the dentist. To the dentist.
We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all. They are the whiz of all there is that has teeth involved. If ever a doctor was, these are them because of the painless care that causes a buzz. We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services of Woodruff, serving families from all walks of life. Cremation, funerals, pre-planning, monuments, and veteran services.
All right, so Jeff, you brought it up earlier during your forecast. We have roughly 40 or so inches of snow so far this year, yet I look outsid. Doesn't look like it.
The problem there is it all melted in December with those warm days. So yeah, it's in kind of not so much anymore, right? But we are getting some more snow in the forecast beginning late tomorrow night. Just some clouds and a few flurries out there now. That will transition over to this. There's that system across Washington, Oregon. That's the one moving our way. It's going to have some oomph to it too, meaning some moisture, some energy, some support in the atmosphere. So it'll likely give us some snow that'll look something like this by midday, so on Wednesday. If you're going north, though, this is going to be a really good lake effect snow event. Go Gibbet Range on Tanagan. The rest of us, probably a 3 to 5 inch snowfall with a 1 to 3 across parts of central Wisconsin included in there, parts of Portage County. But then look at the 7-day. We're talking about maybe some more snow on Saturday, but between then and now, we have some really cold temperatures again. Lows Thursday night down near 14 below zero.
So the snow, the bitter cold, it's a true Wisconsin winter.
January. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 10.